Now, scuffles have broken out in the Eurozone's financial capital on the second day of anti-austerity protests. Frankfurt is home to the European Central Bank, an institution that protesters say is responsible for much of Europe's current economic predicament. Well, let's now cross live to artist Peter Oliver for more on the situation there. Hello to you, Peter. So tell us, how serious is the trouble that appears to have flared up?
Stopupy.
Peter?
Well, Blockupy has essentially become Stopupy here in Frankfurt. A standoff is underway between police and protesters. What was supposed to be a march right through the middle of the German financial capital by anti-austerity and anti-fascist demonstrators only lasted really 500 meters before police, several hundred riot police in full kit, came into the crowd. This was, from what we've seen, because some of the protesters were throwing paint and perhaps other objects towards the police. There was certainly a lot of paint on the ground, but what it's left is what you can see just behind me is the tail end of the demonstration. It organisers say is tens of thousands strong. It goes all the way around the European Central Bank headquarters here in Frankfurt. The police have now separated it into two groups with lines of riot police. They aren't letting anybody through or past, and it's not moving anywhere at the moment. Now, the police did go in. We saw some pepper spray being used. They did take several people away. Whether those people have been arrested or just moved to one side, it wasn't clear from where we were stood. But this certainly doesn't seem to be anything that's going to be going anywhere anytime soon. Police and protesters, as I say, locked in a standoff that isn't moving anywhere at the moment. The whole area around the European Central Bank headquarters here in Frankfurt is being turned into something more noticeable of a military blockade than a military defensive point than a bank headquarters, barbed wire and fences stopping anybody from getting near that. And as I say, lines of riot police stopping demonstrators from continuing with this march.
Right, Peter, thanks very much for this update. And with your help, we will continue to monitor the situation in the Eurozone's financial capital, Frankfurt, where anti-austerity protests are taking place at the moment.